We have to change from doubter to believer.
I just thought I would do the second video for this week's upcoming game against Leipzig, but also we've had a couple of big statements made from the ones we love, which is notably Jurgen Klopp first, but also James Pearce second, which is great. So anyway, just going to the biggest one we'll start off with, which is the one from Jurgen Klopp about the Germany job. And what I like is it goes into detail. It doesn't just say, I don't want the Germany job. I've also turned my phone off, put it on silent by the way, because for some reason nobody rings me until I go live, and then they all decide to phone me, so that's on silent now. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, yeah, Germany. Klopp hasn't just ruled himself out, but he's also more or less ruled himself out of every single other job that will be offered to him in the coming weeks or months, because I'll just read this out so you get it in more detail. So just go into detail now. So it says, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp says he is not available to succeed Joachim Low as manager of his native Germany. The German Football Association has announced that Low will leave the role after this summer's European Championships. Klopp says, am I available for the job in the summer? No. Someone else will do the job, and with the number of good German managers, I'm sure the German FA will find a good solution. Klopp, 53, was appointed Liverpool manager in October 2015 and has led the club to victory in the Champions League and the 2019-2020 Premier League title. The latter was the Anfield club's first top flight since 1990, but they have struggled this season and are 8th in the Premier League, 7 points from top 4 spot. Klopp said, I will not be available as a potential coach for Germany. I have 3 years left at Liverpool, don't I? It's simple. You sign a contract and you stick to that contract. I stuck to the contracts at both Mainz and Dortmund. So there isn't just him ruling out the fact that he doesn't want the Germany to do a job. That's him literally nailing his name to that contract to the end it finishes. And I love that. Now that's brilliant. That's pure Jurgen Klopp. And that's a message now to all of his players. Right, you've got to remember his players will be worried. I bet his players thought, oh, here we go, when Joachim Low announced his departure. So that just nails it, basically, him coming out saying he's not going to be doing that, which is great news for us, because I have said this, and I said it in yesterday's video. Steven Gerrard will happen in a few years. It won't happen now. And why would we want anyone to come in regardless? Jurgen Klopp, for me, is the best manager in the world. And yeah, people could say Pep, but Pep can't do. There's no way Pep Guardiola could do at Mainz and Dortmund and Liverpool what Klopp has done. He just couldn't, because Klopp's had to do it with probably not even the top 5 net spends in each country he's worked in. So there's your answer to that, basically. Leipzig, team news is still the same. I've not really heard anything else. I'll have a look at that in a bit. So that was a Jurgen Klopp announcement I wanted to just say to everyone. What we'll be doing tomorrow is, in fact, it's tomorrow the match, isn't it? In fact, I'll do a prediction video after this for the game against Leipzig, so we can get them in early. We've only had one winner in the last 6 games, and that was the 2-0 Sheffield United one, wasn't it? I think it was. Anyway, we've only had one winner, so we've got a big. Basically, most of the stuff we got given is still here. I've got FIFA champions who still lent me his flags. I'll be returning them to him possibly this week, depending, because he said we can keep them if we do another flag thing. I was thinking about doing it for Palace, but we'll wait and see. I'll know in the next week whether we're going to do something for Palace. Just so we can, because we can all be there for Palace, can't we? We can all be on the streets of the coach welcome. So why not? Wouldn't it be nice to have that as a backdrop? So we were thinking about that. Going back to what I was just saying there about, yeah, we've got literally tubs and tubs of brand spanking new Liverpool scarves, and you know, why not give them out? You know, I'll give them out to fellow supporters that win on the prediction videos. Saves me having to spend a fortune myself, and it goes to a good home then, doesn't it? It goes to another Liverpool fan, so I'm sure that those who donated them are not too bothered about that. I'm just reading the comments here. All right, Sarah, good afternoon. Good, going nowhere, unfinished business. Gerrard needs a few more years to learn his craft. We don't want another Lampard, simple as that. Totally agree. And just think of it like this. Gerrard will be a better manager in 4 years' time than he is now, because he might have 3 or 4 league titles in the bag by then. And let's not forget that he's going into the Champions League as a manager for the first time next season. So let's see how he does in that. So all of its progress. And like I said, that moment will come when it comes, but it ain't going to be till 2024. I think Klopp's contract ends, doesn't it? So yeah, so that's really good news. I'm sure you'll all be pleased about that. It steadies the negative ship that was sinking, that everybody's trying to jump on at the moment and make us go down quicker. I mean, some of the tabloids and some of the supporters that we've got. I mean, I said, and I have said this, that something is wrong at the moment. Now, that doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that out, because there is something wrong, because we've lost 6 games in a row at Anfield. That doesn't mean that the manager's wrong. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that we need to sort our bloody heads out. And Leipzig tomorrow is a huge game. It's a game we don't have to go out and attack from day one. I've said that. We just need to just sit, hit on the counter attack, but we don't play like that. That's the problem. We don't really have a plan B or C under Klopp. It is more or less heavy metal, go out and try and win every single game. And to be honest with you, with his record of getting us to finals, who can argue with that? So just go and do what we did in the first leg again, I say. I think you'll agree with me on that. So yeah, this is just a short video, because what I'll do is I'll do a little bit more tomorrow before I go to work. So I'm starting afternoons tomorrow, because I passed my training today, which is good. And this is good for the group, because my shifts are, 6 till 2 one week and 2 till 10 the next. So I'm every weekend now I'm here. So when this group starts really going now, and we've got fans and Liverpool playing every weekend, I'm off work, which is brilliant. That means I can put everything into this DTBTV now. Thanks to Craig and Kathy, sorry, and all Anthony and all my other admins for doing a great job. I always say that. And by the way, I never get all the names out in one. They know I don't. So for all these you've missed out, Matthew, because he moaned at me last week. Matty Price, yeah, there you go, hello mate. So yeah, so if there's any more breaking news, I'll read it out. Nice to hear before I go that FSG are planning on letting Klopp spend as much as he needs to in the summer, and that goes to show what great businessmen they are, because it's easy to say they should have done it last summer. Well, last summer we looked like the best team in the world, because we was, and we didn't have 20 different centre-back pairings, did we? Who could have seen that coming? We didn't, so FSG wouldn't. But the good thing is the minute they see their man sinking, they're going to back him to get afloat again, and that's what we will do as a team and as a fan base. So all those people that were just about to get them FSG out banners again, go and put them back under the stairs, because they ain't coming out for a while. In fact, for good, because when this new stand gets built in a few months' time as well, and the fans are back in, we will be world champions again. I believe it. You'll never walk alone.